Dr. Gary is passionate with learning and teaching personality in Malaysian Local Large Corporation (LLC) with a combined 20 years of working experience in the electronic industry. His experience includes sales, market expansion, product development, and marketing beginning in Penang for the Malaysian market, then expatriated to Shanghai for China market for 7 years, and later back to Penang to lead the Asia Pacific business expansion for Firetruck 6 years ago. With the passion of Industry 4.0 development that began with internal inspection analytics in Firetrucks, he talks to expand and share V1, an in-house developed I4.0 digital dashboard and AI analytics open platform to local and MNC companies in the E&E and other sectors. He graduated with honors in engineering degree from the UK and desires to challenge himself and his team for improvement from the status quo. In these sessions, he will share his experiences as well as the successful case of his business development. Dr. Gary Leong, the time is yours.
Thank you, MC, for the introduction, kind introduction, and also the kind introduction of myself and also Vitrox. I'd like to check with you. Can you all see the slides, and also can you hear me properly?
Yes,
we
both
can.
are okay.
Okay, thank you. Just want to confirm that. Okay, well, we come to December 2020. It's now the year end, and a lot of planned. The year has passed by so fast, and well, it's been a very exciting year. So with this 20 minutes or so, let me share with you about myself, about Vitrox, a local large company in Malaysia, situated in Penang, where we built our company and also the journey for our digital transformation. So a little bit about myself. I'm actually the Director of Industry 4.0 and Ecosystem Development. What do I say that is actually whereby I also consult our company and together build the company towards the digital transformation, as well as we know we cannot do it ourselves. So we have a lot of partners as well in this building this ecosystem for Industry 4.0. So Vitrox is actually a Malaysian local large company. We are a listed company in Malaysia. Our headquarters is in Penang. And so in this sharing, I'm going to share with you our journey for digital transformation that started in 2016, especially started in planning stages, trial and error stages, the alignment stages, and of course a lot of human investment stages, and at the end of it, the implementation stages. Okay. So in short, our company overview. Vitrox started actually in a 2-bedroom apartment of 100 square feet room from our founders, and then 20 years ago, so we never stopped learning, and we always hunger for knowledge, always hunger for improvement, as in a Kanban areas, and that's how we build ourselves towards improvement. And with this as well, we want to share our knowledge to the others. Okay, so you can see this is actually an overview our headquarters in Penang. We are going to drill down towards in this center. Let me just pointer over here. We're going to go drill down to this center. This looks at eye. If you look at it overall, because we are mainly in the vision inspection systems, this architecture or building is like an eye. This is the this is the eyebrow, and this is the eye, and this is the iris. Okay, yeah. So this is how we built the building. I think about 5 years ago. In short, we are about 700 people in Malaysia, plus overseas around 800 people, and then we have global offices from in China, in Taiwan, Philippines, Thailand. Even in the United States of USA, California, as well as in Munich in Germany. So we add in, of course, a lot of direct, indirect supporters as well, and we're a listed company in Malaysia. What is our critical building blocks of technology or equipment sector in Industry 4.0? We started off with machines, especially in the vision inspection. Started off with semiconductor, as most of the actually in Penang, where there is a semiconductor hub in Malaysia. And then after that, we moved onwards to electronics assembly, which is a board assembly of many types of products, electronics products from range of mobile phones up to server boards in the radar and telecommunications and even outer space as well. So we move into robotic vision and then into pharmaceutical vision as well for pills. And also this next year onwards or this year onwards, we are moving into precision farming as the one of the areas of the lack of food worldwide issues, and also PV to have a greener earth and revolution towards these areas of green technology. So all in all, we started off, as I mentioned, we started off with semiconductor products, and then we move on towards electronics assembly in robotic vision over here. And then what was important actually is that we started off with V1 is our internal NPI that we did 5 years ago, and now it's a full-fledged product that is a digital dashboard and AI analytics. Over here, how we started off is actually to use it internally for our products and to improve not only our products but also customers' products. And from there, we revolutionized it and made a lot of improvements so that it can not only connect to our machines, but also other machines of non-Vitrox as well. So today we also connected to a lot of legacy machines, which is non-Vitrox, which I'll share more later. Okay, so the V1 itself is actually a digital dashboard and AI analytics. What is it all about? Is that in terms of the industrial 4.0, there are many pillars. One of the pillars is actually a big data analytics platform. So this is where we started off with, that collects the big data from either cloud, fog means as a server, or on the edge, like IoT devices. And then it converges into fully flexible visualization dashboard, like drill down charts, flexible dashboards. This is like business intelligence. And then provides, very important, is actually the analytics, meaningful analytics to the users. For example, if there's a downtime, what does it translate in terms of cost? If it's a process that collected from a different machines, what does it translate to process improvements down to the line, down to the engineers to make improvements? And not only that, it extends to the platform towards complete AI processing, be it machine learning and also deep learning. So we have both machine learning and deep learning as well built in V1. Because and all of this in terms of connect, visualize, and proact, we're moving towards digital twin. Okay, so just in short, what is it, all these three is about is that in terms of connecting, first and foremost, you need to connect to devices, you need to connect to machines, you need to connect to controllers in order to get the data. Because without connecting to it, you don't get the data, and then there's no input from it. Of course, there are also other inputs, for example, variables from human to input it. Like, for example, if someone wears a wearable, then you get the data from the person, right? How much the heartbeat, or even how much walking distance that you take. So then there is always a protocol. The protocols are actually the data transmission that is interfaces that connects to these controllers. What are the protocols that is uses? So in the industry as well, there's many types of protocols that's available, and then a lot are free and some are paid. So it depends on where is the usability and what's the application. And from there, it connects to different types of databases. The data is being collected. It could be SQL, NoSQL, or even SQL databases, or even as simple as Google Sheet or even Excel sheet. Okay, you all know about that. So from there, transforming from paper into Excel sheet, Google Sheets, and also database, so that you can do query. So this is where digitalization is moving towards, whereby from manual handwriting into databases. So that is how it all has to start first. So it starts from every department, every people starts to go from manual into digital, and from digital into database. So that's how the first step. Then After you get all the database, you get your even your Google Sheets or even your Excel, you construct your charts. You construct your charts according to the summary what you want. It could be a map chart, it could be a daily activity of from the machines, or it could be a daily activities from the temperatures, or even from accesses from even for example different connectivity from digital power meters, for example, to see where is your electricity going. Okay, so in V1 itself, I'm not we have built 16 different charts, including HTML that you can customize your own, and then you can build your own charts as well as use custom made charts that we have built so far. So we have used a lot of our knowledge that we have done so far, and then put it for you so that our customers and also our users are able to use it like a drag and drop and build your website. Okay. On the third part, when it goes to visualization, so the next thing is always to give you an alert. So give you an alert what happens if certain thing exceed or falls below a certain threshold. For example, there is always an upper limit, lower limit, or even there's always an intersection of graphs between certain processes. What do you do about that? So we come up with this workflow. Is an improvement of alert, whereby we build a machine learning model in between the process and the action. What I mean by that is that the input is where your data comes into a database, and then your processes are a series of logics. The logics of if and or and so forth. Okay, what if it crosses a certain line? What if it goes bottom of a certain line, or the intersection cross the line? Okay, then machine learning will with the algorithm at the back to learn your model and to learn from a database what happens, and then it does a series of machine learning. We have 6 or 7 of different machine learning AI models at the back, and you can put it inside, and from there it learns, and then it can do a prediction. Before you do a prediction, of course, you check what is the accuracy of it, and then once the accuracy is good, you can put it out at an action. For example, an action of close certain machine, or even switch on certain processes, so that the accuracy is better. So that's how we move towards using machine learning in terms of adding it into an alert plan. Okay, so over here I'm going to share to you, because of time, I'm going to share with you some adoption success sharing in VTrox that we have tried over the past 2 years, and then in our area of manufacturing. A lot of manufacturing also have actually MES. Some MES system that's actually written many years ago, except 10 years ago. We also have some of our MES that's written 10 years ago, but the database comes out in a very NoSQL database. From there, we read the database, and then we map out what is the value stream mapping of each process that's critical for us to visualize. And over here, even though this person is doing a manual assembly of the job, but he added on the process of using a QR code to scan the barcode of where are the processes that he needs to track, to start, to stop, and also issues. Issues has been like, he faced a problem. He sees a quality issue on the process. He sees that this product has some surface issue that if I proceed on, it may bring down or it may cause quality issues on the outgoing. So it will be him. He will have to decide that it will reflect out as an end on or next to over here. Okay, so if he flags out, for example, over here, he can flag out, and then the end on form automatically will add in what are the issues that he faced. He can type it in his computer, or he can QR code the areas that what are common end-ons that he faced, and then these are being accumulated so that a lean department or another department sees it and can address the issue there and then before all the products accumulated and go into the outgoing, and then to address at the outgoing quality, it will be very detrimental. It's too much because it's all accumulated. You see, so that's why how you build the quality from the station that you have. So next and not least, as I mentioned, value stream mapping as well. So we mapped out from the whole manufacturing, what are the areas of very important areas that you have to visualize, the key index areas to see. For example, in our manufacturing areas, this is one of the floor. We see as a manual assembly is one of the key areas, and also OQA and also system tests. Three areas in manual assembly, manual assembly, system tests, and outgoing quality assurance. So these are the three critical processes we always monitor, and then integrating all the different parts, different processes into a complete machine build. And all this, we do not use robots. We still use humans, but then we digitalize the human work into a dashboard so that we can see, we can monitor, we can track, and then we can address. Very important is to address what is the actions, even though the manufacturing director is at home. We are running 3 shifts right now. The manufacturing director, because of the COVID, he has to go for a shift as well. So he's working from home. But working from home, he can access to the company's VPN through the VPN and direct to the system, and have Google Meet or Zoom meeting with his different departments that is working, and he can see the parameters, and he can work together with them even though he's not in the factory. Okay, so other applications, for example, procurement. 3 years ago, we have about 500 suppliers for a factory. Today, my last check was 1,200 suppliers. We only have, from that 500 suppliers, last time we have 10 procurement ladies. Today, we have 1,200 suppliers. Do you think how much procurement ladies that we have, or even procurement people? Actually, it's not 20. We have only 12. We add in another only 2 more. So instead of doubling the procurement people, so which means that we have 12 people handling 1,200 suppliers. In average, one procurement person handles 100 suppliers. Imagine if every or even 20% of the suppliers call you or even email you to tell you that their supply shipment is late. How many phone calls or emails do the person need to reply? So what we have done is that we provided the V1 certain access to the suppliers, 1,200 of them, and then they can log in and then input the changes in terms of the arrival date of their product, so that our supply chain will automatically calculate it, or the planner will redefine again what are the impact of the changes in terms of supply chain. So in manufacturing, supply chain management is of course is one of the most critical, because suppliers always change their delivery, and managing this is actually very critical. Not only that, in terms of facilities, because of running this big facilities team, that we don't have a big facility team, only a few people, but then we have solar, and then we connect the V1 with every 20 of the digital power meters, and also the solar analysis. From there, we check what is the active energy that's consumed by every building, and lo and behold, actually you can save money from monitoring the energy usage in your building. So the return on ROI is very instant. So what are the areas that we did was that we monitor it, and then there is always a maximum demand in your energy level. And then if the maximum demand crosses a certain threshold, the utility company will bill you that much. So from there, we monitor, and then we see which are the blocks that to turn on the energy, and then to turn on at a subsequent manner. We change this per week, per month basis, so that we can optimize the maximum demand to a lower threshold. And then we save actually a lot of money just by doing that. Okay. As well, there are some sensitive manufacturing areas that we have to monitor the environment monitoring, and also the temperature. I'm also in charge of the sales department as well. So in 2018, we have a lot of data from our different marketing departments, sales departments overseas, and we gather all these things in Excel sheet, even Google Sheet, for example. Some Excel sheets, there are some Google Sheets. So we have to combine all these things and then put it into a different different charts so that it's able to visualize it for the different teams in every region or even every country.
One
Not only
more
that,
minute, Doctor.
okay. So we also in the farming as well that we got to connect to, and these are some of the charts that we'll show you. Okay. Let me just share with you. We recently this year we built a command center cockpit. It's a room inside one of the building, and this is how it looks like. So what we did is that we incorporate a lot of our visualization charts into this so that we can see and also do a monitoring. Of course, we also do a showcase for customers and also our visitors as well. So if you have a chance, hopefully next year all the pandemic is over. We welcome you to Penang and you can have a look in this. We call it the CCC room. A lot of ideas still have, and then we'll showcase this later. Hold on, huh? So if you go to YouTube, there's a lot of videos that we can share with you. Go to YouTube, you can search VTrox to understand what VTrox does. And if you go to VTrox space with V1, there are a lot of testimonies, a lot of sharing we put inside there. Okay. So last and not least, actually, we are with you because we know the difficulty and also the challenges of digitalization and then where to start with. And this is where the common problem with how to start, where to start, who to start with. Okay. So we have done this 5 years ago. We have spent 1.3 million hours in R&D for that particular software only, and we can help you. So a lot of industries come to us in Malaysia, especially in Penang and other regions of Malaysia, ask us to help them, and we are kind enough to help them certain areas that we can share, certain areas that we can do for them by adopting certain areas. Okay, of course, we don't sell robots, we don't sell blockchain technology, for example. So if that suits you, there are other players and also our partners that have the solution for them. All in all, the era of course, Industry 4.0 or digital transformation actually can begin with you, and all actually begins with you. So actually, I concur to Dr. Daisy and also other doctors in this previous webinar just now. Actually, what graduates knows and then is important, and then also what they have used before during their studies. And I also agree that now today the degree that they get is no longer as important as what it used to be. So with this, actually in 2021, we are offering exciting offer for students, a free V1 account, and we have our own digital e-learning free of charge for students. So you can contact me in this my email address or my phone number, WhatsApp me, let me know so that we can get more information for you and also provide you a simple steps towards Industry 4 for your students. So one day when they go to when they go to this interview or go to for a workforce, the interviewers will ask, what do you know about Industry 4? At least they can share. They have used something before and they can demonstrate. So with this, I end my sharing over here. Thank you very much.